Welcome back for another week of BP Kids Online. Hopefully you were here with us last week as we were in our series, Rise Up. Stay tuned and let's get started.
All right, everyone, our scripture verse today comes from the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 9. It says this: "If you declare with your mouth, Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved." What an awesome memory verse.
Has someone ever given you encouragement? Maybe have you ever given someone encouragement? Our big idea today is that Jesus gives us encouragement. And that is so true. You know, we all are in need of encouragement sometimes. Sometimes we can feel super discouraged and we feel like maybe we're going through a little bit of a rough patch, or maybe it's just like we feel like we did something wrong. But Jesus wants to give us encouragement. Today we're going to be learning all about a story where Jesus gave one of his disciples encouragement. And I want to encourage you guys that Jesus will give you encouragement too in any situation you're in.
Kids, we're so glad you're here today to join us as we're learning so much more about Rise Up. This series talking about when Jesus rose from the dead. I mean, that's amazing. That's incredible. I mean, that's why we're standing here today, and we believe that Jesus rose from the dead. So for 40 days, Jesus appeared to people. How incredible was that? I mean, the disciples were a little bit discouraged. Their best friend, the person that they followed for 3.5 years, was crucified, had been killed by people. And so when Jesus appeared to them, they were astounded, they were alarmed, they were so excited. Except for Peter. You see, Peter had denied Jesus 3 times. 3 times. He was so discouraged. I mean, God had called him to be like the head of the church, and he felt he could never do that. So he went back to fishing. It's the one thing he knew he was really good at. But Jesus had called him to something greater. He had called him to be a fisher of men. So during that time, of course, he went back to fishing. Well, one day Jesus came to him, actually to a lot of his friends, because his friends were out there fishing with him that day. And he said to them from the beach, "Hey, throw your line out on the other side of the boat. Maybe you'll catch some fish." So today, open up your Bible with me to the book of John, chapter 21, and we're going to read what happened when Jesus appeared to them that day. Afterward, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Galilee. It happened this way. There was Simon Peter, there was Thomas, Nathanael, and there was the sons of Zebedee, James and John. And 2 other disciples were there with them. "I'm going out to fish," Simon Peter told them, and they said, "We'll go with you." So they went out and got nothing in the boat. But that night, they literally caught nothing. Do you remember when this happened again? This happened at the beginning when Jesus first met them. So let's find out what happened next. Early in the morning, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples didn't realize who he was. He called out to them, "Friends, have you any fish?" "No," they said. "Well, then throw your net on the other side." When they did, they were unable to haul in the net because it was so full of fish. And when they brought the fish in, they counted them. There was 153. Well, that was a miracle. You see, because 153 fish actually meant God. Then they recognized it was him. It was Jesus. So Jesus had made a campfire and said to them, "Come on over, bring some fish, we'll eat together." When they were done eating, he said to Peter, "Peter, do you love me more than these?" "Yes, Lord," he said. "You know that I love you." So Jesus said, "Feed my lambs." He answered, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you. I will take care of them." Jesus said, "Then take care of my sheep." The third time he said, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the third time. Peter must have been kind of discouraged when he saw Jesus because he realized that he had kind of messed up big time. But Jesus wanted to encourage him because he had a very important job for Peter to do. He wanted Peter to feed sheep. Well, Peter wasn't a shepherd, he was a fisherman. What that means is Jesus wanted Peter to tell others about who he was. See, Jesus had said to Peter even back in the day, "Peter, I don't want you to be a fisherman. I want you to be a fisher of men. I want you to go into the world and tell others about who I am." Peter might have felt discouraged and didn't feel like he could do the job, and that's why he went back to fishing in the first place. But Jesus showed up and appeared to Peter to say, "No, I'm God. And what I want you to do, Peter, is to do the job I asked you to do years ago. Continue to tell people about who I am." Be encouraged today, even when you mess up, even when you do things you know you're not supposed to do. God has a purpose and a plan for your life. And he wants you to do the things that he's called you to do, which is to tell others about God's amazing love for them. So be encouraged today, just like Peter was.
Well, here I am in front of the Sea of Galilee. You can see boats and all kinds of things behind me. Looks pretty cool. Here's a nice shot. This is the beach where Jesus had made some lunch for his disciples after he was resurrected in Jerusalem. How he got here is another story. Some believe he transported here and appeared to the disciples, and they had by then had gone back to fishing. So they believe that's what they were supposed to do, and yet God didn't want them to stay on the beach and fish. He wanted them to fish for men. So here we are on the beaches of the Sea of Galilee.
We invited 7 different people from all over the world. Hello, campers. So we have our very first challenge. You guys are gonna have to set up some camp.
Backpack doesn't tear.
If she plays one more song, I'm gonna steal that guitar and break it.
Wakey, wakey, campers! It's time for your third mission. Are you guys ready?
I'm so happy to start my day!
You guys are still sleeping? I've been up for hours. Mango slept tight.
I hate sleeping outside.
Yeah, like, everyone here is like kind of alright. Like, Regina's, I don't know. She's too nice. It's kind of weird.
Backpack and I don't sleep.
A new day means new songs. You just spent my day.
Well, Harmonica was taking a vocal break. Look what I found, laying on the ground.
So your guys' third task is you guys are gonna have to go on a hike. Who's ready? I am!
Wait, guys. Before we go on the walk, where did my guitar go?
Yeah, I took her guitar. It was only the right thing to do.
Stealing is not in the rule book. Exodus 20 verse 15 says, do not steal. It's part of the 10 Commandments. It's not that hard.
Did I see Regina steal Harmonica's guitar? Yes, I did. But I'm not really in the competition, so I don't know if I should tell them.
Without music, I feel nothing. I feel so sad. The tears are streaming down my face. I don't have any more inspiration. My life is gone. Who stole my guitar? I don't even understand how someone could steal my guitar. My guitar is my everything. My guitar is my life. All I was trying to do was make people happy with songs. Songs change the world.
Honestly, I think that guitar getting stolen is like a blessing from God himself.
I guess I'm happy the guitar was stolen.
I know for a fact that Backpack took it.
Backpack and I would never steal, but we don't like you. I officially have a problem with every single person at this camp. First of all, I never wanted to be part of the Alliance. I just looked at Maverick and he shook his head, so I just joined. Secondly, why is that Miranda girl trying to start a problem with me? Does she not know I have fire? I'll burn her guitar.
Monica! Why does everyone get my name wrong?
We do not care. Backpack and I do not care.
Harmonica. My name is Harmonica. 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 Harmonica.
Yo, I think the girls are starting an alliance. Ever since the guitar got stolen, they've been acting kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like, we're kind of close now. Harmonica just became cool.
I will remember you. My heart will go on.
A few moments later.
Why are you guys all fighting? We're never gonna make a week with you guys fighting so much. I don't think anyone actually stole Harmonica's guitar. Maybe she misplaced it somewhere.
I think I know who it is.
Those kids are out of control. They are driving me insane. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to host this competition anymore. God, give me strength. I'm very disappointed in you all. You guys know the big idea from last week. You guys need to be working together as a team. Jesus brings us together. Do you guys not remember that? You guys are all divided. You guys are never going to win a challenge this way.
Oh no.
So we just went on a walk. It wasn't really a walk. We just kind of walked in circles, and I think Harmonica cried. Like someone took the guitar or something. Honestly, I was kind of zoned out for half of it. But the walk was cool. Outside, it was a little bright and very windy. Not enjoyable.
Okay, so far this has been so crazy. I've been trying to like pep everybody up, but everyone's just fighting. And you know what? We got Mrs. Denica very angry, and now I don't even know what's gonna happen. I'm so scared. We might not even make it through the challenge. Well, you're gonna see more of that next week.
I took away your bass. I got rid of your tent.
I guess it's our time to shine.
How are we gonna do this
No
without
worship.
singing?
You're fine. It's whatever. Let's go to the sanctuary.
If you look at the 7th, 8th, and 24th letter in this whole thing, it spells out HQU.
Yeah!
Hey kids, we have a couple of questions, so make sure you pause the video right now, grab your family, grab your friends, grab anybody you want, pause the video right now, and you can answer these questions. Well, we're so glad that you were able to join us for another week of BB Kids Online. We hope you had a lot of fun. Make sure you tune in next week because we have another episode of Survivalist, and we are continuing in our series, Rise Up. So we'll see you next week. Have a good week, guys. Bye.